What's going on, everybody? Doug Price here from the Agave Social Club Podcast. Let's talk a little bit about single estate agaves and single estate tequila. Finding mature agaves is becoming harder and harder to do. We've got some massive companies that are coming through and they're just buying up as many fields as they can. They're not concerned with the age. They may be buying them at 3 years old, 3.5 years old. So we're not seeing all of these fields reach full maturity, which is going to be in that 5, 6, 7, 8 year and above to get that sugar level of what we're looking for good quality tequila. Now, there are a lot of brands that are having to go on the open market and get agaves. That's completely fine. We see that a lot. There's a lot of great tequilas out there that aren't all growing their own agaves, but there are a handful of brands that are really focused and really intentional on single estate agaves for their tequila. So what does that mean? That means that all of the agaves that they're using are coming from the same area, that they know what that terroir is, that soil composition, all of those things that are gonna impart flavor for the final product with the tequila. What's the brand that has really led the way with this, really led the way with single estate? Tequila Ocho. This is Tequila Ocho. Tequila Ocho is Carlos Camarena and Tomas Estes. This is a brand that is solely focused on, one, really letting the agave shine, but also highlighting where it came from. The Camarena family, they own a lot of fields, a lot of different areas, and they are going to each individual area and they are using all of the agaves from that specific field for a certain production run. So this is the 2021 El Tigre. This is actually one of the first tequilas that is coming out of that new distillery, La Mula and El Tigre. And El Tigre is the name of the field. And if you read the back of the bottle, they're gonna tell you more information about that field. It's gonna draw you in as you're drinking this tequila. You start to understand what was going on with that soil to continue to tell that beautiful story. Fuente Seca Cosecha. I just recently had Jake Lustig on the podcast as we talked about everything at Tequila Distillery, 1146. Fuente Seca is one of the brands coming out of there. Enrique Fonseca owns that distillery. Enrique Fonseca has a ton of agave fields. They've got the 2013, the 2018, and if you listen to the podcast, you found out that they are working on another round. And every run of this Fuente Seca Cosecha is single estate. They're very intentional about the agaves that they're using because they want it to all be coming from that same area to really just maximize the flavor. Tequila Hermosa. This is a newer brand. You're gonna start to see a lot of places. I've already seen the Blanco out a lot. This is coming out of NAM 1480, the Montes family, but this is single estate. It says it on the bottle. That's another thing. Look at the bottles. I did a video on reading bottles. Some of them will say single estate. They'll let you know that all of these agaves are coming from the same area or that same field. Hermosa Casa Agaves. They're another one, single estate. Again, drawing you into that story. Siembra Valles. I've featured this in other videos, a little bit of that smoke there. This is very old school, very traditional. Again, on the bottle it says single estate, letting you know that all of these agaves, they didn't just get truckloads of agaves from other areas. Again, there's nothing wrong with companies having to source out to get their agaves because there's a lot of brands that don't even own fields. They don't have agaves, so they have to get them from somewhere else out on the market. But there are some brands that are wanting to let you know that everything that you're drinking is coming from the single estate. It's not like you gotta just be drinking single estate agave tequila. There's a lot of amazing tequila brands out there. I wanted to showcase a few brands that I really love, I really believe in, that are showcasing single estate agave tequila. Do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. The more people that are seeing it, the more people that it's gonna get kicked out to, and it helps me share this content with other people. If you wanna know more about tequila, make sure you're listening to the Agave Social Club Podcast. Thanks.